What's up, everyone? This is Brian. Um, this is my first video update, video log, vlog, whatever you want to call it, for the tour. I'm going to be doing these video updates every week, every Sunday. I'm going to try to do every Sunday, and this is basically just to keep you guys updated on what's been going on in the tour. And I know you guys always want like information of like what we're doing and like where we're going and how much fun it is and stuff. So I'm just gonna make these weekly video logs for the whole tour to basically let you know like what's been going on the last week that we've been doing this. So I'm gonna start off. Um, it really basically started from just like going to Rock the Universe. We, I mean, obviously, like we came and we were all prepared for the tour and all that stuff. So since we were all prepared, we went to Rock the Universe to hang out with our youth group and hang out with our families for the last time in 3 months. We saw a whole bunch of bands, went on a whole bunch of rides at Universal and Islands of Adventure and stuff. Had a lot of fun. I even met up with our bassist Ryan and his youth group for a while, and just like chilled with them for like a couple hours or so. So that was fun. And then like on Sunday, our families just me and my family just went up to Jacksonville along with Marco and his family, and we went up to Jacksonville to go meet Yvonne at her house, and we had a big dinner and all that, just so like we can prepare for the tour and like just prayer and have like some family time and stuff. And then me and Marco stayed in the hotel with our parents to say our final goodbyes and such. So on Monday, that was our basically drop off day, where we were just we were getting dropped off by our parents, and they're going to go say goodbye and all that. And we said our goodbyes to all our families and stuff. And there was praying, and there was crying, and there was like emotions and stuff like that going on. But it's all good. So that was good. So they went and they left and all that. And then what we also did on Monday is we just went. Ryan met us at Yvonne's house and we practiced that day. So we took like an hour or a couple hours to like practice the set a few times and to practice like some of the other songs that we might play and all that. And it was really fun, and it was pretty simple. So we just practiced the songs a few times and just did it till we got it down, and it was fine. And then we loaded up the equipment and got ready to leave. On Tuesday, we hit the road and woke up. We woke up to hit the road at 5:30 a.m. So we left at 5:30. We were all dead tired. I think I fell asleep for like a good like 3 or 4 hours until we got to our next stop at like a gas station. I go and it's just like I didn't even know I fell asleep, because sometimes like I don't even know if I'm asleep or not. So I go, and the reason why I know that I fall asleep is because I wake back up. We're at a gas station, and it's like 9 o'clock, and it felt like it was like 5 seconds ago that or 5 minutes ago that we got in the van. So I'm just like, well, I must have fallen asleep. So we hit the road. We chilled in Alabama for a while, and we chilled in Alabama mainly because like we were passing through to get to Arkansas. But the reason why we were in Alabama for so long was because we were having some trailer trouble that day. So there was something wrong with like the axle on the trailer and like the bearings on the trailer and stuff, and there was like fluids coming out and all that. So we went and brought it to a repair shop, and they also noticed that like our lights were bad, so they're like, okay, we'll fix that one for free. And we get it back later on, and we're driving through, and hours are passing by, and it's getting nighttime. We stop at a gas station and notice that we don't even think the lights are even working. So we're like, let's check this out. So we're hitting the brakes, hitting the blinkers and everything, and the lights don't even work. And these are the people who are like, okay, yeah, we'll fix your lights for free. But they're not even working. So it's crazy. So we're just like, if we don't get this fixed, we're gonna get a ticket. Like last time, because last time they went on the road and the trailer lights were out, they got like a good like $500 ticket or something like that. I mean, I wasn't in the band at the time, but it's happened before, so it's bound to happen again. So we went to the nearest Walmart, and we didn't really have time to like try and fix it because it was like 10 o'clock, so no one is up, and there were like no auto places or anything that were even open. So we went to Walmart to basically just ghetto rig the whole thing, and we bought a bunch of like red blinking lights, like cheap like dollar red blinking lights and like bunch of flashlights and stuff, just so we can like go and like duct tape them to the sides, just so we can get some lights going, so that way the cops won't stop us and be like, your lights are out. Because as long as we have some lights going, they can't stop us and give us a ticket because it's not a complete black thing. So we're going to do that, and we're going. A couple people are in Walmart, and a couple of us are outside, just like chilling by the van. And these people in Alabama, like there's like a family there, and they're like, oh, y'all need some Southern hospitality. And I'm just like, sure, I guess. Like, what's wrong? And they were just like, oh yeah, what's wrong? So we're like, oh yeah, our lights are out, our lights are gone, and we don't have lights on our trailer, so we don't want to give a ticket or anything. And they're just like, oh, well, we know a guy who lives literally like 2 minutes away from here, and he's an electrician. He might be able to help you guys out. So we're like, yeah, sure, why not? So he comes over, and it was good. Thank God for them because they came um and fixed the problem. And the guy just came in, and he took like an hour or two, but he still got the problem fixed, and he fixed the lights, and we even offered him like some tip money, and he was like, no, I'm not going to take your money. So it was awesome. The cool thing about that, though, as I forgot to mention, but earlier on our way to Walmart, we had prayed about it. We were just like, can we just like sit here and just like pray that like God finds a way to like help us or something? So we go and we pray for the situation, and literally we get to Walmart, and these people are there, and they happen to know an electrician who's up. So he comes and fixes the problem. So it was just a great blessing. And it was the people in the South here, like people in Alabama and Texas and Arkansas, like everyone in the South is just like so much nicer than they are in Florida. So it's like, Florida, you better step up your game. But yeah, people are so nice, and like even the people at the gas station, they go and they'll greet you, and they're all cool about it and everything. So after a long time, we finally get the lights fixed, and we travel over to our host home in Arkansas. And the people who had us in Arkansas, they had this giant, beautiful house, and it was awesome. And like I took some pictures, but I haven't posted them yet. So I will eventually. But they and their family was awesome because they went and they fed us and like didn't like ask for anything, whatever. And they were just awesome people. So after leaving Arkansas, like this is like waking up Wednesday and like getting fed and all that. We leave to go to Oklahoma and a home in Oklahoma. And really not much happened. The entire day was just travel. So we didn't really do anything. It was just travel, go to gas station, sleep, whatever you want to do. And we got to the host home, ate some dinner, and fell asleep. Now, Thursday was a very interesting day. And by the way, in case this is too long, I might split this one up into two parts. So if this one drops and the video stops, I'm sorry. So Thursday we do our first show in Oklahoma, and we start. We get to the church. It's like a Baptist church. There was about like 200 people there. It was cool. We met Seventh Day Slumber, and they're awesome guys. Seventh Day Slumber, they were cool guys and stuff. We hung out with them for a while and met their kids and stuff. And Joseph, the lead singer of Seventh Day Slumber, he's an awesome guy, and like his son is a drummer, and he plays drums for one of their songs, and he's 12, and he's like one of the like sickest he's like one of the sickest drummers I've seen, and he's 12, and he's really good with stick tricks and stuff. So like for his age, he's like ridiculous. But we had an alright show. It was our first show. We didn't really mesh. We meshed well, but we didn't. We had some kinks that we need to fill out. So it was all right. Sorry, it's been a long day. But Thursday we leave. Um, After the show, we pack up and everything, and we leave to go to our host home in Texas, to the Finner's house. And about an hour or two down the road, we notice like it seems like we feel like a tire pops or something like that. But it's like we're driving down the road and we feel like there's like a tire that like pops or something like that, and it's dragging and dragging and dragging. But we get out and we notice that it's not a tire, it's uh it's our trailer. So we I can't really give details, but our we had more trailer problems, and I can't really give details. I'm not really supposed to. So let's just say that we had to go and compensate for that. So we go and we couldn't stay at Chad's house because it was still a few hours down the road. So we basically had to stay at a hotel because we just had urgent problems. And luckily, like, we had some help with 7 Day Slumber. They came over and they helped us out a little bit, and it was cool. But we stayed at a hotel, and we're all like just piled up in this room in this hotel in this small area. I mean, it was great that like we found a place, but it was like the way it was hilarious because we had Bruce, who always sleeps on the floor because he likes the floor and the floor is comfortable for him. Um, Terrence and Yvonne, which Bruce and Terrence are Yvonne's sons. Terrence and Yvonne are in one bed. Ryan and Marco are in one bed, and then I'm in an air mattress that's squished between Ryan and Marco's bed and the dresser. So it doesn't have much space, so it's like sinking in, and it was pretty funny. So we're all like kind of like bunched up in there, and there's like no space in the room and stuff like that. So it was hilarious. The next morning, Chad comes over to help us out, and we ended up like we ended up skipping that show Saturday just because like of the problems we were having. We had like because we had so much work to do, and we were a few hours away from the venue, and we had to be there by 3, so we didn't have much time. It was like 1 or 2, and they were like, all right, well, if you can't make it by 3, you can't really do sound check or anything. So, but if you want, they're like, if you want to, you can come over and just like sell merch or something like that. So we're like, well, it's not really worth it because one, like, why would we sell merch to a show that like we didn't even play? People probably don't even know us and they didn't even hear us to begin with. So there'd be like no real point in like going there and just selling merch. So we decided like, all right, we're not gonna do this show tonight. Like, sorry for canceling, but we can't really do this show tonight. So that was fun. We ended up just traveling to the Finner's house, and I stayed in Chad's truck just 'cause like he wanted some company on the road, so I went in Chad's truck and I we had long talks and stuff on the way, and he mentioned something that really stood out to me just as like this whole week in general, because we had like so many problems this week with just like different things, and somehow God showed up somehow. And we were like just on the topic of like bands and like some Christian bands who are like being attacked and stuff and like falling and stuff. And he made a great point. He said um that Satan goes and he attacks the ones that are going to make the biggest impact. They're like trying to make an impact and make a difference in the world. When it comes to the people who aren't really like doing anything, he's not going to care. Like he'll attack, but he's not going to care as much. He's going to go after the ones who like are worth like going after, the ones who are trying to save souls because Satan doesn't want that. So he's going to go and attack them. And it was a little, I mean, he didn't say it like as in directly to us. He said it in regards to another band we were talking about. But I personally put it in perspective of our own situations and stuff. Just saying like, we've barely even started the tour, but I feel like just because like we've had so many attacks in the last week, I feel like there's gonna be somewhere down the road where we're gonna go and we're gonna make an impact and stuff. So it's, I feel like we're meant to do something. I feel like we are meant to be on tour because we're not only to like get exposure and stuff like that, but we're meant to go and change lives. And that's really like the reason why I really wanted to do music to begin with. Not really as much for as like fame and fortune and fan base, but because I want to go and make a difference. So like it was a really cool thing to put in perspective. And then we got to the Finner's house and we just kind of chilled there and had fun. Stayed up till like two in the morning playing card games and stuff. So it was cool. Saturday we go to Baylor University to play another show, and that is in Waco, Texas. So we get there and we bring all our stuff there. We meet Manic Drive for the first time because they weren't there on Thursday. For some reason, it was just us and 7 Day Slumber. But we got to meet them then. And also, I had found out like a day or two before Saturday, but I guess like it just kind of like slipped my mind, and a few people were surprised that we were also playing with Hawk Nelson that day. So, you know, it was interesting because like, I don't know how it like slipped my mind. It just like kind of flew past me because we were talking to Bing, which is he's like the roadie like super technician guy for 7 Day Slumber, and like we were just like kind of chilling with him one day playing basketball, and he was like, oh yeah, I think we're actually playing with Hawk Nelson on Saturday. So like, and it just like kind of like flew past my head, I guess. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, I guess. And then we see things on Facebook about like Manic Drive saying, oh yeah, we're playing with Hawk Nelson tomorrow and stuff like that, and 7 Day Slumber and Submission Red. And questions are being brought up. Like my mom calls me about it and stuff. I was like, oh wait, I remember someone saying something about that. And then Mark was like, what? Like we're playing with Hawk Nelson? That's a big deal. And everyone was like, yeah, that's a big deal. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. So we play with Hawk Nelson, and that was cool. I didn't really get to meet them, but I mean, it was just cool to like say that we played a show with Hawk Nelson, and I mean, 7 Day Slumber too. I mean, but we're within the whole time, and Manic Drive as well. But I actually did something cool. Not really me, like just me, but I planned like I was in part of the planning of a surprise for Marco, which if you haven't already read the blasting on Facebook about it, Abigail and I set up Abigail, one of our friends who used to be at church, who used to go to our church. She moved to Texas a couple years ago. We planned a surprise for Marco because she is thinking about going to Baylor University, and they just so happen to have their orientation stuff for the freshmen the same day as our show. So it all worked out perfectly. So we go, and she's like, he had tried getting her to come to shows and stuff like that, and she's like, oh no, I don't know if I can, and then just telling him like, oh no, I don't think I can, and then she's like, all right, let me know when you guys are near. So we get there, and he's in like utter shock, and he's like happy the whole time. So it was really cool, you know, got some best friend points there. And it was just it was a really cool thing to to do something like that, I guess. But that was a cool show because it was an outside event, and I was actually I was able to, I guess we were all kind of like a little like tighter that day than we were the other day on Thursday, and it was it was a better experience, and we even have like some really cool pictures of um super high jumps in the air and stuff like that, like the whole band just jumping, and there's like a few photos of that right now. um Photo creds to Chad Finner. And there are a couple there are photos from Chad, and there are a couple photos from Bruce. Bruce took a couple of awesome photos. Like one of them of Marco, and like there's one of me and stuff, and one of Ryan. And we got some cool photos that day. Later on, I was chilling by the merch table, and I had relieved Terrence of his duties because he's usually like in charge of the merch, because he hadn't like eaten that yet, and we had all just finished eating. So I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead and go eat. So he's going to eat, and I'm chilling by the merch table, and these people are like coming up and wanting autographs, and just coming up and saying hi and be like, oh yeah, you guys were awesome and all that, just like the common stuff. And this one kid comes up, and we start talking, and we're talking for like 20 minutes. And he's basically pouring his heart out, and we're like going back and forth, like telling our stories and stuff like that. And I thought it was really cool, just because I've always admired that about like a lot like bands I like and stuff, where they'll just go and spend time with the fans, and they'll spend time with people, and they're just all chill about it. That's why I loved seeing like the Chariot and For Today at one of their shows, because they literally just like came and like chilled with everyone, and I got like a good half hour long conversation with the guitarist For Today. And um I've I've chilled I've like hung out with like the Chariot, like just like casually like hung out with them like twice in the last like 6 months, which is really cool, like at Warped Tour and at this one other show. But anyway, I've always admired that about bands, like where they'll go and they'll meet the fans and stuff, but they won't just like talk to them. They'll go and they'll be real with them. So like I've admired that, and I just felt like I should be that way too. So I'm gonna be real with people. And this kid like opened up to me, and he wasn't really a kid because he was going into the Air Force soon, but he opened up to me, and it was and I opened up a little bit to him, and we just like trade back and forth, and I just thought it was a really cool thing because like it shows me that like you know it just proves more of like I'm not here for like I'm not here for like this or that. I'm here to make a difference. And that's my whole and honest that's my honest opinion about just being a Christian in a band. Like I don't really want to be here for like the fame and fortune. I want to be here for um the life-changing experiences. So I'm gonna help people and just like chill with people and stuff because I want to be that kind of person. So that was a really cool thing, and I really thank God for that. And I've honestly like between like within this past week I felt like I've gotten closer to God and stuff, and I felt like I've been drawn more to Him. Even like in like the hecticness of this week, like He showed favor and stuff. Like with the just like sending blessings and blessings and blessings down our way, even when we are in hard times, we're still like being blessed and we're still persevering and we're still going on. So it just proves to me that there is a God that listens and answers your prayers. So that's just one thing that I really admire about God. Um, Not just that. I mean, sometimes He won't answer your prayers, but that's also because sometimes you may not be listening. But it had just been it just proved to me that like He works in like miraculous ways. So I'm gonna go on to the next day, Sunday, which actually happens to be today, or well, yesterday, I guess. Anyway, Sunday. Um, we played today at this one church. It was basically kind of like a back to school bash type thing. So we're like, oh yeah, just another show, whatever. We get there, the sanctuary is pretty nice. It's pretty big, and they let in, after the sound check and stuff, they let in all the kids, and it's like filled. The place is filled. There are like so many people. There's I mean, I feel like there is at least like 1,000 people. It was packed. I could be wrong. There could have been less, but I felt like it was packed. I wish I would have taken a picture of it, but it was packed beyond belief. It was awesome. So there were so many people, and everyone was energetic. They were all into everything. Um, they we were interacting with them. They were interacting with us, and it was really cool. And we had even gotten like sound check done early. At least I felt like it was early, because the day before it was a little stressful because like they were having sound issues like earlier on in the day on Saturday and stuff. So they were going and they were trying to fix things, and they were also trying to sound check all the bands, and it was just a stressful day for like for some of the people and for just like everyone in general. But today wasn't really as stressful, I felt like. So we go and we play the show, and it's an awesome show. And we go back to the merch table like we normally do to like go and show their signed autographs and take pictures and stuff like that. We usually go and do that for like a few minutes, maybe like half an hour or so, and like just go until like it starts dying down. We're there for literally like at least literally like 2 hours. Like it's just people coming one after one. Can you sign this? Can you sign this? Can you take a picture with us? Take a picture with me. Take a picture with me. It was crazy. I mean, I'm not complaining. It was awesome. Like people were just coming left and right. Like I want a picture. I want a picture. I want you to sign this. It was sweet. I've never signed that many autographs in my life before. I didn't even count. I signed at least like I did my band signature at least like 200 times that night or tonight. So, and like we took a whole bunch of pictures of people and stuff too. So tonight was a really cool night, and there are even people, they came out and they're like, "Oh, I love your music. I love like your message is like awesome." And like there are some people that even came out and it was like your music like coming up to us and like saying like your music has like changed my life and like touched my life and stuff, just like lyrically and the message and everything. And like your music has helped me through like the rough times and stuff like that. So it was really cool to like see that. I mean, I haven't been a part of the writing process yet, but I am in the band. So it is really cool for like people to come and like say that. And it was an awesome night. We had a lot of fun. We chilled with the bands a lot. We chilled with a lot of people. Um so yeah, it was really a really cool night. That's pretty much it. I mean, now we're here. We're at the Finner's house. We're probably staying here for like another couple days, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday or something. But we don't. We have a few days off now, so I don't think we have a show till Thursday. So we have a couple days off, and it's gonna be sweet. So, and I mean, me and Ryan or Bruce are like, we're all into fantasy football right now, and I got Bruce to join a league with me, so we're all going and constantly checking and stuff like that, and being like, all right, so who's doing good right now? Who's all right now? Especially like all day today, it was like we're even like at the church, and when we have downtime, we're like, all right, let's see how everyone's doing. So it was awesome, and yeah, we've just been chilling and whatever. So, like I said, I'm gonna be doing this every week, just going and just giving you like a weekly update of like what we do and stuff like that. It probably won't be it probably won't be like this long every time. I hope not, at least. It was just long this time because a lot of stuff happened, and we had a lot of shows and stuff like that. So I'm so I guess this is goodbye for now. And if you've stayed for the whole video, I'd like to thank you. I know I can be kind of boring sometimes. So, um, yeah, thanks for watching. Good night.